Welcome back to Warriors Nation News, your home for everything Golden State. Today, we dive into a story that's been frustrating, intriguing, and, let's be honest, testing the patience of the entire Dub Nation. The Golden State Warriors remain the only team in the NBA that hasn't added at least one new player to their rotation this summer. That's right, 0 new signings. And the reason? One name, Jonathan Kuminga. But here's where it gets interesting. While this stalemate drags on, a proven NBA champion, Al Horford, is sitting quietly in the background, ready to join the Warriors. He's just waiting. And not just waiting, he's comfortable waiting, which might be the biggest break the Warriors could ask for right now. Let's set the scene. Jonathan Kuminga, just 22 years old, is a restricted free agent. That means the Warriors have the right to match any offer he gets. But there's a twist. No other team currently has the cap space to sign him outright. Kuminga knows it, the Warriors know it, and the entire league knows it. Now, reports from ESPN's Anthony Slater revealed that Kuminga may actually take the $7.9 million qualifying offer. If he does, he'll play one more season with Golden State and then become an unrestricted free agent next summer, free to choose wherever he wants to go, no strings attached. On the other side of this negotiation is the Warriors front office, who have made their position clear. They want Kuminga back. They see his athleticism, his potential, and his value to the team's future. But they also need to balance the books, navigate the salary cap, and make sure they're not locked into a deal that could hurt their flexibility down the road. That's why the team reportedly offered him a 2-year, $40 million contract with a team option in year 2. From Golden State's perspective, it's a safe offer. From Kuminga's perspective, it's a low ball that limits his control over his future. No wonder he turned it down, especially since he's been hoping for something closer to 3 years, $80 million, with a player option built in. And here's where Al Horford comes back into the picture. Horford, 12 months removed from winning an NBA championship with the Boston Celtics, is exactly the kind of stretch big the Warriors have been searching for. He can defend multiple positions, space the floor with his shooting, and bring a veteran's calm to high-pressure moments. He's also coming off a season where he shot 36.3% from deep on more than 5 attempts a game. The problem is, the Warriors can't sign him or anyone until the Kuminga situation is resolved. And yet Horford has made it clear, he's in no rush. Retirement is technically on the table, but the idea of sharing a locker room with Stephen Curry, Draymond Green, and now Jimmy Butler, that's enough to keep him patient. If this were a few years ago, the Warriors' delay might have cost them a high-value veteran. But right now, Horford's willingness to wait is a rare stroke of luck for Golden State. The front office knows exactly what they have in him, a piece that could unlock 5-man lineups they've been dreaming about for years. So here we are, stuck in NBA offseason limbo. On one hand, you've got Kuminga, a young talent whose decision could shape the Warriors' future for years to come. On the other, you've got Horford, a veteran who could help them win right now, just sitting patiently in the wings. And in the middle, a fan base that's anxious, restless, and wondering when this logjam will finally break. From my perspective, the Warriors are playing this the right way. Yes, it's frustrating. Yes, the lack of signings is glaring. But when you've got a future piece in Kuminga and a championship-tested veteran like Horford waiting in the wings, patience could be the difference between a quick fix and another run at the title. But what do you think, Dub Nation? Should the Warriors push harder to get Kuminga locked in now just to unlock these other moves? Or should they stand their ground and wait, knowing that Horford isn't going anywhere? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I'm reading every single one.
All right, Dub Nation.
let's get straight into the heart of the drama. The Kuminga contract negotiations aren't just a minor hiccup in the Warriors' offseason. They've turned into the story, dominating headlines, talk shows, and fan debates from San Francisco to Shanghai. It's not just about money. It's about control, long-term planning, and whether the Warriors are willing to bet big on a player who has shown flashes of brilliance but still hasn't fully established himself as a cornerstone. And the longer this drags on, the more tension builds, not just between the front office and Kuminga's camp, but potentially in the locker room itself. Let's break down exactly what's on the table. The Warriors' reported offer, 2 years, $40 million, with a team option for the second year, might sound fair at first glance. But in NBA business terms, that's a low-security deal for the player. The team option means the Warriors could walk away after one season, leaving Kuminga back on the market with no long-term guarantees. From the Warriors' point of view, it's a smart hedge. Kuminga's talent is undeniable. Elite athleticism, versatile defense, flashes of scoring potential, but he's still inconsistent. Giving him $80 million over 3 years with a player option, like he reportedly wants, is a much bigger commitment. From Kuminga's perspective, he's already been a part of 2 playoff runs, played valuable minutes in key games, and feels he's earned both the payday and the security. He sees younger players around the league, some with less proven track records, locking in bigger deals. And he knows his value could spike if he plays a bigger role, whether in Golden State or somewhere else. And here's where it gets tricky. Multiple teams have been circling, watching the situation closely. Reports say the Phoenix Suns and Sacramento Kings have both shown interest. The Kings in particular are appealing to Kuminga. They have a rising core, more opportunity for him to be a featured player, and cap flexibility in the near future. There were also whispers about a potential swap with the Chicago Bulls involving Josh Giddey, an intriguing fit for Golden State's system, but that rumor has gone cold. The front office's stance has been firm. They will not move Kuminga unless the return package meets their high demands. But here's the risk. If Kuminga decides to take the $7.9 million qualifying offer, the Warriors lose long-term control. Sure, they'd have him for one more season, but they'd also be walking a tightrope, trying to compete for a championship while knowing one of their most athletic players could walk away next summer for nothing. This is why the current standoff feels so high stakes. It's not just about adding a number to his contract, but about whether Golden State will commit to Kuminga as part of their future core, or whether they'll quietly start preparing for life without him. And while all of this is happening, remember, the rest of the offseason is on pause. Al Horford, D'Anthony Melton, Gary Payton II, these moves can't happen until Kuminga's deal is settled. Every day that passes is a day lost for building chemistry, working on schemes, and preparing for the grind of the 2025-26 season. So where does this leave the Warriors right now? In a game of chicken with one of their own players. Both sides are holding strong, neither willing to blink first. And while the front office has the leverage, thanks to Kuminga's restricted status, they also have the pressure of knowing that one wrong move could fracture the relationship beyond repair. For fans, it's an emotional roller coaster. One moment you're thinking, pay the man, let's lock him in, and the next you're wondering if maybe the front office is right to be cautious. But let's be real. Dub Nation isn't just about waiting quietly in the corner, so here's my question to you. If you were in the GM's chair, what would you do? Offer Kuminga the $80 million over 3 years he's asking for? Stick with the 2-year deal and hold your ground? Or explore a blockbuster trade while his value is still high? Drop your take in the comments, because if this decision were up to the fans, I think we'd already have an answer by now.
Dub Nation, let's take a deep breath. Yes, the Kuminga saga has been frustrating. Yes, the free agency pause is testing our patience. But here's the thing. Golden State has been here before. Drama? Check. Doubters? Always. And yet somehow, this franchise finds a way to rewrite the ending every single time. When the media says the dynasty's over, when rival fans count us out, that's usually the moment the Warriors make their biggest statement. And this upcoming season has all the ingredients for another one of those statements. Let's start with the core. Stephen Curry is still the heart of this team, and every scout in the league will tell you when he's healthy, he's still a top 5 player in the NBA. His leadership, his shooting gravity, his ability to dictate the flow of the game, none of that has faded. Draymond Green remains the defensive brain of the operation, capable of anchoring a unit that frustrates even the most explosive offenses. Add in the woo firepower of Jimmy Butler, bringing a playoff-tested, no-nonsense mentality, and suddenly you've got a trio built for high-pressure moments. Then there's the role players and potential additions. Once the Kuminga situation is resolved, Al Horford's arrival could be the under-the-radar move that makes a huge difference. Think about it. Golden State has been missing a true stretch five for years. Horford's ability to space the floor while still providing championship-caliber defense gives Steve Kerr a whole new set of lineup possibilities. De'Anthony Melton, instant defense on the perimeter, capable of guarding multiple positions and knocking down open threes. Gary Payton II, you already know, defensive disruptor, energy spark, fan favorite. Once these signings are locked in, the Warriors' depth will look far more dangerous than it does today. And here's the beauty of it. While other teams are making flashy moves now, the Warriors are quietly keeping their flexibility intact. If Kuminga signs, great! You've got an athletic forward ready to take the next leap. If not, the front office still has trade chips and expiring deals to work with before the deadline. Remember, this team isn't building for just October and November, they're building for April, May, and June. Championships aren't won in the first week of free agency. They're won when you're peaking at the right time. So yes, Dub Nation, the wait is annoying. The headlines are messy. But don't be fooled, behind closed doors, this is still a franchise that knows exactly what it's doing. We've seen it before. 2015, 2017, 2022. Years where the outside noise said, "It's over," and the Warriors responded with banners. This season has that same feeling. A mix of battle-tested veterans, high IQ role players, and just enough fresh energy to surprise the rest of the league. So, here's my challenge to you. Don't let the headlines drain your faith. Keep that same championship mindset. Because when Steph, Draymond, Butler, and maybe even Kuminga hit the floor together, with Horford stretching the defense and GP2 locking up the perimeter, there's not a team in the West that will be comfortable seeing Golden State in the 7-game series. Now it's your turn. Drop your predictions below. Will the Warriors return to the finals this year? How deep do you think this roster can go once the dust settles? Let's hear it, Dub Nation.